Hello, my friend. You're listening to the Sort Yourself Out podcast. This week, we're discussing a kind of weird topic: why you shouldn't believe what you think.
I'm your host, Janine Hunt, natural health therapist for over 30 years, hypnotherapist, lifelong student, and spiritual seeker. I like to seek out the most effective practices and techniques that provide the greatest bang for my buck and the fastest route to freedom from whatever is holding us back. I can't wait to share with you these powerful techniques so that you too can sort yourself out, know deeper meaning in your life, and best of all, a sense of inner peace. So let's get started.
Well, hello there, and thank you so much for joining me today. So tell me, have you ever sat down in meditation and tried to empty your mind or to focus on your breath, and instead noticed a barrage of thoughts that rise unbidden in your mind to bedevil you and destroy your moment of peace? And maybe you've observed the contents of your thoughts and gone, "Holy cow, where did these come from?" Well, you're not alone there. This definitely happened to me when I first started meditating. I was just appalled with what I discovered going on in there. And I can guarantee you it happens to everyone else too. Now, I noticed that I've got a 1950s housewife in my head who frequently popped up with totally outdated snippets of advice and judgments based on life at that time. I'll leave you to surmise where she came from. But I remember being at work one day and catching a judgmental thought about a customer going through my head and realizing in that moment that it was not my thought. But I knew exactly whose thought it was. Again, I'll let you guess on that one. But that was the better part of it, because when I quit drinking, it became apparent to me that I was full of self-hatred and shame. Now, where do you think thoughts and feelings like those were going to get me? Not to good things and feeling better, that's for sure. So I needed to free myself from all of those beliefs that did not serve me. And I'll get on to that in a bit. The upshot is this: when you were a kid, you were absorbing ideas from all over the place and taking them for truth. Young kids are like sponges, and they soak up all manner of crap that they were told by parents and teachers and other ignorant little kids, society in general, and even from stuff they saw on TV. So you may have heard things like, "You're not smart enough," or "Money doesn't come easily to people like us," or "You're so clumsy," or "You haven't got what it takes," or "Put your hat on or you'll get sick," or "You can't trust anybody in this world," or "You'll never be able to do that," or "You're not good enough," or many variations on those themes, saying that our looks, our abilities, or our intelligence are just not good enough and up to the mark. Now, no one emerges from childhood unscathed, because even well-meaning parents can instill hang-ups in us that can pollute our lives forever, ultimately affecting the quality of our lives and what we're capable of achieving. As little kids, we have not yet developed the power to reason, and we're taught to look up to and respect and obey our elders. So we take the things they say to us as truth, and these things become beliefs in our subconscious minds. But here's the really interesting bit. As adults, we need to understand that the people who told us these things, well-meaning or not, are mere flawed individuals who were doing the best that they could with their own hang-ups and dodgy programming that they received as children. So unless they undertook a lot of work on themselves, examining the contents of their minds and their beliefs and actively instilling better ones, they passed it all on to you. Thanks. So this stuff is known as our conditioning. And these ideas and assumptions are the filter through which we view and judge everything in our lives. And not only that, and this is why it's so important not to believe all our thoughts, these thoughts crystallize into beliefs that condition our future results and opportunities and what we create in our lives. Did you hear that? There's a little doggy over there on the floor snoring. Not sure if the mic's picking it up. So anyhow, there may be thoughts and beliefs going on that you are aware of consciously, but there are also subconscious beliefs operating below the surface. And either way, whether you're aware or unaware, they are guiding and motivating your actions in the world. So these could be considered as your default operating system, yet they can be major sources of self-sabotage. Now, as you're listening to this podcast, I'm going to assume that you're interested in personal growth and in improving your well-being. So, personal growth means taking responsibility for our own thoughts. You do not have to be at the mercy of your past conditioning. You can reprogram new thoughts and beliefs into your mind that will serve you so much better than the dodgy old stuff everybody else put there. Now, I have done several episodes discussing all of this, and I call this sort of stuff the 3 phases of transformation. So for a quick recap now, phase 1 is raising your awareness, discovering the conditioning and programming that is already installed in your being. Phase 2 is liberating yourself from your self-sabotaging beliefs, thoughts, and behavior patterns. And phase 3 is programming your mind with new thoughts, beliefs, and habits that serve your well-being and success. So I want to invite you to dig deeper into this by having a look at some of my earlier episodes that cover all of this stuff, like Episode 3, the 3 phases of transformation and how to activate them in your life. Episode 4, how to liberate yourself from your self-sabotaging beliefs, thoughts, and habits. Episode 5, how to program your mind to get the life you want. So those are the 3 main ones that cover the 3 phases of transformation. And then a little later on, episode 28, how to silence your inner critic. So you can learn to listen to that voice that's going on in your head, that self-talk, and then ignore it or silence it. Number 31, how to get unstuck and break through to success and well-being. And also episode number 27, how to accelerate your personal and spiritual growth. Now, also to help you work on clearing unwanted conditioning and instilling new beliefs, I have a couple of amazing free goodies that you can download to get you started on the path to greater well-being right here and now. Firstly, we have my Life Conspires to Make Me Successful affirmations. Now, this free audio download will help you to prepare the right mindset to create and attract what you want in your life so that you're not using the tired old beliefs that other people put there. These inspiring affirmations instill the belief that things are stacked in your favor and that you are attracting inspiration, opportunities, and miracles so that you do not need to rely on your individual resources alone when you open yourself to the support of life itself. So I'll put a link to this in the show notes, and you can also get it at theinspirationcloud.com/SYO36. And those are the numbers 36. Next, to help you program new beliefs that serve your well-being and your goals, we have my free Visualization Essentials Guide. Visualization is the creative force behind everything that has ever manifested on the physical plane. So I suggest that you spend a few minutes morning, noon, and night actively visualizing what you want to manifest in various areas of your life, like relationships, career, home life, finances, health, etc. So my Visualization Essentials Guide teaches you how to visualize successfully so that you can consciously take charge of your life and harness the creative forces of the universe to create what you want in your life. Again, you can access that guide at theinspirationcloud.com/SYO36. Now, if you're interested in learning more deeply about all of these fascinating topics and practices to take you further on your spiritual path and to amplify your well-being and your positive impact in the world, why don't you sign up to the wait list for my upcoming Inner Circle membership? Go on over to theinspirationcloud.com/membership to get on the wait list, and I'll keep you in the loop. Okay, my friend, that is all for today. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I think it's a lovely thing that you choose to listen to my humble little podcast and spend your time with me. I really do appreciate it. So thanks very much. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast. I really hope you found it helpful and full of uplifting ideas that you can put into practice in your life. And if you have, chances are your friends and family will too. So please share it with them on social media. You'll be helping them to sort themselves out, because I bet you think they need it, right? But seriously, you'll also be doing me a huge favor, and I will be eternally grateful for your generosity. It would also be lovely if you would leave me a review on iTunes. Preferably a nice one, please. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast while you're there. If you have any questions or would like me to address a certain topic, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at info@theinspirationcloud.com. Have a good one, folks. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.